Hi everybody, Eli here, and today I'd like to talk about the 5 watches I would like to add to my collection. Now these watches range all over the place with price, so I'm going to label them from least expensive to most expensive. So here are the 5 watches I would like to add to my collection. The first watch I'd like to add to my collection is the Accutron Space View. Growing up, we had a close family friend who was like a grandparent to me, and he had his Accutron Space View new since 1963, and he still wears it. Growing up, I always thought that watch was so cool, so I've always had an affinity for those pieces. I think the only thing that stopped me from buying them is I know vintage watches can be a little bit of a minefield, and I don't know a whole lot about the Accutrons, and I know that the movements can go bad on them and be very difficult to have serviced. So I'm kind of on the lookout for somebody reputable that I can trust, that I can buy an older piece from so that I can enjoy it for many years to come. But that is the first watch, the Accutron Space View. The second watch I would like to add to my collection is a Seiko Mini Turtle. Now, like many other watch collectors, my watch collecting journey started out with Seiko, and it started with a Seiko SKX 007. I always thought that was a beautiful, really cool watch, but unfortunately it didn't fit my small wrists very well, and it was really clunky and uncomfortable. But since then, I've discovered the Seiko Mini Turtle, and I have a friend who bought one who also has small wrists. And even though it's close to 42 millimeters, the lug-to-lug is shrunk way down, and it's more of a round design, so it fits a lot better on the wrist. So you get that great Seiko dive watch experience, but in kind of a nice package that works well on a smaller wrist like mine. The third watch on my list is the Argon SpaceOne Jump Hour watch. Now, ever since I saw the video that Watchfinder did on this, I absolutely fell in love with it. It looks like a spaceship on the wrist. It's super cool and it's super crazy looking, and I really enjoy things that are oddball, kind of out of the norm, and are a great conversation piece. I think the one thing that stopped me from buying this watch yet is I'd like to really try it on my wrist. It looks like the size could be chunky, and I'm not quite sure how it would wear. I also worry that watches with an oddball design like that are really interesting and very cool at first, but the novelty can wear off over time. Hopefully I'll get my hands on one sometime soon so that I can experience it a bit and decide if it's something that I would like to really add to the collection. The fourth watch I'd like to add is the Lange and Sohne Saxonia Thin Aventurine Dial. For starters, I don't have a German watch in my collection, and I'd love to add one. Also, when I first was getting into watches, I stopped at a Lange boutique when I was in Las Vegas, and I absolutely fell in love with the staff there. They sent me a beautiful booklet. And of course, I also fell in love with their watches. They're beautiful, they're timeless, and the craftsmanship is just on a completely new level. I love the Saxonia Thin because of its thin size. I love it with a beautiful white gold case. And the one they make with the Aventurine dial is absolutely stunning. It looks like a galaxy on your wrist, and the simplicity of the watch really just speaks for itself. It's absolutely stunning, and even though the price tag is over $20,000, I think that it would be well worth it at that price to add it to the collection. So here's to hoping sometime soon I can add that one. And the final watch I would love to add to my collection would be the Patek Philippe 5140 Perpetual Calendar. I think this watch is absolutely perfect. It is my ultimate grail watch, and I actually got to try one on one time on a trip to Las Vegas, and I fell in love with it instantly. It fits so comfortably on the wrist, and even though it's a complicated perpetual calendar watch with a moon phase, it comes in a surprisingly simple and elegant package. So if I win the lottery or if my luck takes off, hopefully I'll get to eventually add one of these to the collection because it truly is my ultimate grail watch. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I really appreciate everybody watching my videos and leaving comments. It's been nice connecting and talking with many of you. If you have a watch that you would like to add to your collection or different watches you would like to add, please let me know in the comments below. It doesn't matter if the price point is small or large. I would just love to hear what you all are after. Again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.